cube. So I guess it would be caught in that.
Fortitude save 10.
Yep. Okay. So it won't be permanent because we did say that to avoid hassle with a pet. However, for now, for a short while, but for now, Falcon is, yeah. There is one round has to pass before the instant resurrection kicks off. Donut. Okay. In the meantime, when he returns, we'll think. Sinful. How high up are you? Essentially, the ceiling is the maximum height is 25 feet.
Right now I'm at ground level because I gave Azrak one of my extracts.
All right.
I'm sad that you're in front of me.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
But...
this one will. What's its movement speed? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's 30 because they do not specify anywhere else. So it's gonna. Actually, no. Because it's 10-foot range, so it can get without charging. So you threw, or rather, you gave Azrak extract, and then you hear the sound of like rock on rock, gem on gem, like sparkling and shuffling. You start turning around and you see this crystallized creature going at you and trying to swipe at you with its claws.
Right.
Does 26 hit you?
Damn. 1 second. Yes, it does.
Alright. So you do take 2d10 plus 7. And are you immune resistant to bleed damage specifically? If not, then that last 1d6 is bleed. As their claws are razor sharp. Okay, that's the one, and then the other one.
I'm back. See how much bleed damage?
It's the d6 at the end. And Donut, please give me DC 22 Fortitude save against being turned into a crystal.
That sounds horrendously inappropriate.
Was they trying to make you rock hard?
Apparently so.
Alright. You are fine. That
Nice.
tiefling willpower, these crystal peasants will not dare to change your immaculate form.
You dare.
Alright. And the other one will do a nice thing, and it will start shuffling as a part of a double move towards Azrak. Actually,
Provokes.
yeah, he would move like that because either way he had to go. Yeah, go for it.
Works, there we go.
Oh, and this is an older map and I forgot to... I'm not using the TNT thing. Okay, now it should. Alright,
For distance?
that definitely hits. Actually, no, it will provoke it. It's here.
Yeah, it provokes there.
Yeah.
And then that leaves us with one of these.
Yeah, that beats its CMT.
God, that is some insane damage on a fucking harbor spike.
What the hell?
I love it.
What the
Nice.
hell did I come back to that I had a phone call?
The second crystal is provoked from Azrak.
116 total after its DR.
After its DR, alright.
And the
Alright.
reason it doesn't have a movement speed is because it's a third-party monster.
Ah. Okay, makes sense. Alright.
So I agree with the 30.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's just like, what?
you do not.
I had to look it up.
Oh yeah, thanks. Okay, so you do not manage it to bend it backwards in one stroke. However, it is bloodied. Like in this strike, you just dropped it somewhat below half of its hit points, and you hear this cracking, and the various gems, precious stones that compose this creature start falling down and being smashed together with this insane, powerful grip. And I would say, I mean, the rolls for this ritual were pretty fucking bad. At the end of their turn, you will see that out of the crystals, let's say here, and behind, you will hear the crystals just shaping, bending, and cracking. And two new more appear. And Azrak, as it happens, it is your turn. And this one is grappled, so you need to use the icon.
Well, it may not be grappled because I am going to let go.
Okay.
But
Are you doing
that's so I
the...
can attempt to grapple it again, basically. But
Yeah,
I'm actually
repent
going
their
to go after
special.
it with... yeah, I'll save my strike. Attacks. I want that one. What's its AC?
25. Actually, I mean, it would be somewhat different because of the grapple, but I'm not sure how that...
Yeah.
Its basic AC is 25.
So I'm just going to count this one for the 5th attack. Okay.
Yeah, and
So
it's...
then yes, the 6th would hit then.
Yeah, its CMD is 33, so...
Alright, and so... How much HP does it have?
Currently, 84.
Okay, I'm just
I
not
think
going to
it's
roll
dead.
the rest. Doesn't matter, it's dead.
Yeah. As you basically tear it to pieces.
Even with its DR.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right, Abby. Well, not nice creature swiped at you, and you are somewhat bleeding.
Whoa! I like it when the red water comes out. Question is Nero a crystal or is that just a bird? 'Cause I'm trying to figure out what that 6 was on your icon.
It's a bird. He's flying.
Oh, alright.
I'm assuming that's what the 6 is. Or it might be his haste or something.
Might be haste.
Probably. Yes.
The
Alright.
Falcon, I think, also has the Eternal Template, so it can just break out of the petrification.
Yeah.
It counts as it's dying, but
Alright, so let's see. For right. Do a heal check. That's a standard action, right?
and when it's 4, but normally yes.
Uh,
Bleed damage.
yeah.
How much HP do you have?
Currently 52.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'd just heal yourself to get rid of it, or
Alright.
bomb something.
Granata.
Alright, I'm going to move here. Let me get my bat so I know I can do.
Like
Alright.
I'm gonna be fine
Mm-hmm.
with my 15-foot reach being large.
OP.
I guess I'll use this one for now. Oh wait, I know I'm 20 feet up now.
I should have grabbed lunge from my feet. That would have
Alright.
been hilarious to have 20-foot reach.
I mean, yeah, 20-foot reach. I still enjoyed doing that as a fucking swashbuckler. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Let's see. What was this one again?
The amount of times I had to ask you if you can actually do that, though.
Yes.
Alright.
And every time I was like, okay, so I do this, and this bullshit, and it's perfectly legal.
You sure you can do that? It's like, yes, you just checked it last session. I'm going to check it again.
Yeah. I was out making some fucking ranged characters with that bill.
I mean, trust but verify.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'll do this just be safe right now. I am going to put that on myself.
Alright.
Displacement.
Very well. 50% mischance. They have no extra senses, so this perfectly works. I mean, they do be having blind fight as their feat, but
So they'd get to re-roll the mischance.
yeah, but I mean, they don't have any extra senses. But yeah, alright,
Mhm.
that's your turn.
Yes, I gotta see. I gotta remember what I had to roll for bleed.
3d6, 1d6.
Alright.
Alright. And at this point, Zixus.
Righty. Mm-hmm. Success. Ooh. Alright, Success is gonna risk it. Forbidden technique, the 4 deaths. Alright, first and foremost, make an attack of opportunity from both of them. Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, it's a new turn, so they can get it.
Mhm. As he combines 2 of them, that's a hit.
That's one claw from the one guy, and that's the other. Okay. Let's
Oops.
see. Let's
This
see.
is, why you don't, this is why you don't do these things, folk.
But I don't think
attack of
it doesn't
that does not
confirm.
confirm. This is why you don't take attacks of opportunity within kids. But yeah, makes 2 hits. Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that, yeah, bleed damage is gonna... I think bleed damage only applies once, or once from each hit. I'm not
1
sure.
each round, but you can only stack it up to once. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... Yeah, those are the hits as the razor sharp claws find their mark somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one, and that the 6 at the... Yeah, is the lead thing.
Mm-hmm. Rip half my HP. Uh-huh.
And you guys can only take like 50 damage and it's half your HP. Scrubs.
Hey, not everyone's as fat as you, dude. Anyway.
How curious, how much HP? What's Zixus's
But Zixus responds in kind.
Holy shit.
That.
I mean, I don't have to mention that this absolutely confirms.
Alright, let's attack 1 and it increases that, so...
I mean,
Then-
you could try another d20, and if it gets another crit, it auto kills it.
9, 16. I mean, I can roll it, but give me a second to just... So this is the first attack. Just tell me when I kill it. Mm-hmm. Second attack. 30 versus AC?
Yeah, that will hit. And I think...
15
Yeah, I think
plus
one more
7.
will... Alright.
Yeah, 45 damage versus it. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, the 67 managed to finish this one off.
You alright?
I'm not sure if that was the one you are attacking first.
Yes. Left one, and then goes to right.
And then 45 is not quite enough to finish it off, but...
Let me add it up.
Then the Thunder of the Souls, the 39 and 26 against touch, I believe they will be enough.
61 from
Yeah.
all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raises his blade in a moment of weakness, struck by both of the elementals. And yet in a blink of an eye, it is they who take the worst slice, and they drop down dead. That's my turn, and Success is now bleeding. He's gonna heal himself next turn.
Slash harder, bitch. Despite being smaller. Alright. Cheruk. So basically at the start of this turn you can decide that your Falcon uses the instant resurrection thingy to break off from the crystallization.
Alright, 5 step over here. We'll attack the gem thing in the south.
Very well.
25, 33, 29.
Hit. Fourth attack misses.
And many shot.
And you do have cluster shot, I remember correctly.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah.
86.
Alright, so that's without including its DR10 or...
That's without, yes.
Alright, so 76 points of damage. Which is very nice as the arrows pelled through the crystalline body freshly formed from the from the ground. But the creature is already somewhat injured. Alright, that's your turn, or do you do anything with the Falcon?
And the Falcon is going to resurrect.
Alright. I mean, it's instant, so if you want, you can make an action with the Falcon.
Like a single action, or...
I
In
mean,
that case...
Falcon normally
in
has a
that-
turn, just as you guys had when you like used the instant resurrection thing.
Alright, so in that case, it's going to charge at this. And attack
Provoking.
him.
Because it does have reach. And sadly that 20 misses, and instead that 26 it's gonna
That's a hit.
2010. And your Falcon will start bleeding. The Falcon will still be alive. Alright, okay. Nero.
Okay, Nero is going to claim both of these mofos.
Okay. And I remember correctly, it means they are shaken, right?
Yes, that's correct. As he's going to pop Relativity Burst to teleport to here before using. Where is it? Before using. Whoopworm.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Wub, 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 wub.
Okay, so this is going to be a melee touch attack with, I think, a +3 to this because of the. Let me quickly just check Harbinger. Sorry, this is such a weird situation. Dark focus. Oh yeah, +3 to it now. Okay. So, melee touch attack. I shouldn't have hits the touch AC.
Oh yeah, it is their normal AC, but yeah, their touch is like 10.
Okay, and then Nero teleports essentially through not only this one, but then teleports through this one up by him, and then is going to end his turn here. Whereas these two now take, I think, 10d6 force damage, I believe. Yep. Not a great deal of damage, but they both take 32 force damage.
Alright. Yeah, force damage bypasses CR, so... damage is damage.
Yeah.
That's his
Alright.
energy damage.
Huh.
And we do, and still, even at this level, we do not want to fuck with the stuff that has force resistance.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Very well. Okay. Crystals in question. The one that was whapped will. Actually, this one doesn't have to move because you are in range. It is shaken, so actually, how many penalties does it get attacking you?
-2 because of shaken, -2 because of dark authority, so -4 total.
-4 total. Okay, so
And you're looking for AC 45.
okay, so I'm doing the crit fishing
Yeah, basically.
because normally by default they have +10 to 1, so
Yeah.
rough. And actually,
Mm,
yeah, this one will 5-foot step, and both of them will crit fishing. So they have 2 claw attacks in total, so for the 20, for 20 blaze it. Let's see if I can crit fish. Nope.
Nero is just parrying both of them.
You're like, nope, nope, nope. And this one, I mean, it was just pelted from an archer, so actually, because I don't see a token icon on your token, are you on the ground, Cheruk?
Yeah, but on top of the small crystal rocks, boulders.
Yeah, but that's still like accessible area.
Yeah.
Alright, so this one is gonna come up. Shuffling towards you, raising its claw and trying to swipe at you from top.
In 4 AC 24. That's a hit.
Alright. Slash 2d10 plus 7 plus d6. Oof, that was like a good roll. Anyways, Azrak, your turn.
Azrak will move to here, so it's just in range,
Yep.
and then proceed to use a strike on him. And so here is the attack roll.
That definitely hits.
Here is the strike. Bypasses its DR with this,
Very well.
and then of course
Yeah,
Construct.
hits its CMT, and I have to make a fort check if I see it right, or
yes, unless it's immune. It'd be DC 19 though.
I mean it's elemental thing. I mean,
It's versus nauseated.
yeah, but they have like elemental traits, and I'm not sure if elementals are immune to. Like, actually, I'm just gonna roll. Yeah, I think 25 against nauseation.
Yes.
Is it?
410 damage.
All right.
Noise.
It's close, and that's after the R.
And it's grappled.
Yeah, it's grappled, and it's close towards being single digits hit points.
So if not for that DR on the constrict, on well, not constrict, but the armor damage,
I mean,
the armor spike damage.
they have 14 hit points left.
Hmm.
The Crystallis has 14 hit points left.
Ah. So it would have been at 4 instead. Okay, that's fair.
So close. All right. Abby.
Righties. So I think they got those two handled. Yeah, I'll fly over to a zero. Let's see. Yep. I will. Let's see here. Get off the screen. Come on, come on. Come on. There we go. Great. I'm gonna toss some force bombs. And you said their touch is only 10, right?
Yeah. Against this one, right?
Yep, so 1.
Yep, I said it had 14 hit points, so
Oh, 14.
this one is
I think it said 40.
this one is fucking dead. As it was like essentially a sitting duck being grappled by Azrak, and then just bomb falls down on his head and evaporates the upper portion of his body.
Alright, and that is my turn.
I mean, does that second bomb, are in range to like essentially like throw that second bomb further away, or?
Nope, 30. Yep, and he's 40.
You can reach it. You just get a -2 to hit.
Alright then.
Yeah, it's a thing
It's
with
just-
range increments as with other range attacks.
It's just with throwing weapons, your max would be 150 feet. Because they max at 5 range increments.
So yeah,
instead
so
of 10 with other weapons.
even with -2, that's 25 to touch. That hits for 31. That one is
Yep.
gonna still stand. And
But
does it have to
it's-
make a save?
Yep, reflex.
Alright. And actually it will be 14 because of shaken. So yeah, it fails, which means it's
It should be.
prone.
I think it's not prone. Yep.
Alright. Alright, I guess that's a turn.
Yep.
Okay, Zixus.
Alright. Tapping his feet together to regain haste again. Charges in and provokes another attack of opportunity, guys. Don't do this at home.
Yeah, this one didn't use his. Actually,
He did against Cherok's Falcon, but because his turn came
Yeah.
after, it would have refreshed.
yeah, it's a new. Okay, so yeah, but it gets -2 because of shaken trying to hit.
Yeah.
Zixus. Alright, so
Yeah.
it will be plus 19 instead of 21.
Yeah.
If this misses by 1, Julius, you owe me.
It does miss by 3 because of mobility, thankfully, so I don't owe Donut.
You bastard.
There we go.
Yes, the mobility though. If I didn't have mobility, I would have hit, so yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. Success is going to use the Time Thief's Talon with a reflected blade style as he brings down his blade, attempting to regain the vigor he lost from the attacks. 30
Hits.
versus 18 against this guy and this guy. Alright.
Still only counts as 1.
Alright, both of them take 33. 50 damage and Success heals for 44. That's
Okay,
nice. Turn.
that's force damage essentially because I'm not sure how that's gonna.
It's
Uh,
all
counted
weapon
as
damage.
slashing damage. So.
Okay, so it's not bypassing because its DR is just like DR10, like flat.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yep,
like
yep.
everything. Okay, so that will be 40 then.
Yes, 40 to both.
Okay,
Mhm.
so okay, I would say normally this one would have like 1 hit point left, but I'm gonna say it's like this one dies.
Thank you.
Dies
Mhm.
because it's dead either way. And the other one, it was much more healthy, so 40 hit points deals a large chunk of damage. It's not bloodied yet, it is still standing, but it doesn't emit a sound, but there's like a groan in those crystals and gems or whatever sound they do. Anyways, that's your turn.
Yep.
Alright, Cheruk.
Right. So seeing how there's one left, Derek is going to focus his attacks on him. So 35, 30,
Hit,
2
miss, 2 hits, yes.
and with there was many shots.
Man, 2 misses by 1. pay to see that.
6 plus 4 plus 13 plus 10. So that's 65 without the damage resistance.
Alright, so 55. Still standing, but it's getting there.
And my Falcon is going to use where is it? What was it called again? Impaling Strike. So he's going to attack 25, and Impaling Strike says.
Alright, that 25 just hits.
So that's extra 4d6.
Which ignores damage reduction, alright.
So that's 18 plus. And he must make a fortitude save. Unless he's immune to critical hits.
No, he's not. Fort save. Oof.
Takes 3 con damage.
Alright. So his con was like 21. So yeah, it would be still alive. But
Finish it off, Nero.
hanging by a thread.
Okay, how high is this thing above me?
I mean, he was able to attack you, so
Okay,
I would
well,
say
I guess.
he had you within his reach.
Okay, well, I don't know. Would moving here put me within striking distance of his little tippy toes? Oh, that might actually all my maneuvers back. Nice.
Oh yeah, because of the
Yeah.
claimed one died.
Well, yeah, we have. No, I'm not using maneuvers. I'm going to full attack though. Just to be on the safe side. Not like it fucking matters, apparently, because I only hit the one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, on the
22, 23. You just flipped it, don't you? You should have flipped it for the third one as well.
the first one hits, yes.
I should have gotten. I should have gotten. I can't actually get into that square, so it's whatever. I couldn't flank it, basically.
Asher, you a flank.
Well, now I just feel fucking stupid.
Alright, so 33 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait.
that con drain would have probably somehow a little bit lowered the HP. So I'm gonna say with that plus that 33 points of damage, you may say with how the strike looks like, which finishes off this particular enemy and puts an end to this crystal's incursion.
Nero, keeping in his one-handed stance, brings the blade down while sort of after images strike around him, albeit it's the actual blade that finds its mark as it cuts into it as he then pulls it out.
Alright. Alright, and as you strike down the last one, a couple more seconds pass before the whatever was happening at the ritual finishes, and this wall of blinding light disappears, and you will see like here the two members of the Wanderers, lifeless bodies, husks, devoid of any essence, any life. corpses are not exactly mummified, but it's like every bit of magical power potential was just sucked out and used as a fuel. And both Ulgar and Agron, while not dead, they look visibly exhausted and taxed. So, before continuing, seeing that, is there any immediate reaction, or do you just take it in stride?
What happened?
That's
Success.
some wizard shit.
Well, what
Catalyst
do they say?
was needed.
Ah, yes. But they're dead.
Sacrifice, while not light, had to be made.
Are they dead, or are they gonna come back?
Agron, he doesn't give like a grim smirk, but it's like a sad look. It wouldn't be much of a sacrifice if they could come back. And
Regardless, we have. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Regardless, we have a job to do. No point mourning the losses now. I can wait until we are done.
Agreed.
And even
We all
then,
knew the chances.
good point. And where the like in the inside of the summoning circle, you don't see a silhouette of a being, but if you like squint, you swear you see a mote of light. And when you actually notice it and focus on it, you see that this is like one of the most bright lights you have ever seen, and even to your senses, it thrums with energy power, but this is just like a small percentile of what this Lightbringer, assuming this is the one they tried to bring, is capable of. And they say, I am not sure how. Eternal says, I'm not sure how useful will it be. But I hope, even with that small bit of help, you will be able to prevail. I feel the challenge ahead of you. It comes too quickly for you. But sometimes we don't get things we ask for. I trust you will do your best.
And
And
let's go.
yeah, mechanically speaking, you as a party get a choice. Because the Guardian is absolutely not a creature that is... its CR is not for the beings of your level. So, with the small part of essence of the Lightbringer, it can either do one of the two things. It can either, you can decide that it can somewhat, in a limited way, debuff the enemy, the Guardian, or it can provide buffs, mostly of like Paladin auras related buffs and spells. Stuff like Bestow Grace of the Champion, stuff like essentially high level Paladin / Oracle buffs, because he also had levels in that. So if you're are you more interested in debuffing the enemy or having a source of magical buffs for you?
Would say would the buff dissipate once we die?
I mean, for
leaning
the
towards it.
go ahead.
I said I'm leaning towards debuff.
I'm also leaning towards debuffs.
Yeah, because I was were these buffs considered permanent? If not, then I would say debuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say like not permanent like for the rest of your lives, but I would say he would have enough juice that he would be able to like essentially reapply them even if you like died and instantly resurrected. So they would be pretty much, seeing how long the fights go or not, they will be pretty much for the entire duration of combat. But I'm hearing, what, 2-3 votes for debuffs?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would also vote debuff.
Alright. Alright.
We know what works for us, and we have ourselves set. Instead of just making the enemies slightly worse, I feel would help us better than making us slightly better.
Alright. Alright. Just a quick question. What is your total bonus to grapple, Azrak?
Highest I can get?
Yeah.
Let's see. If I'm doing constricted damage, 37. If I am not doing constricted damage, 40.
Okay.
And if it's the thing where I need to grapple the colossal thing, then it would have to be the 40, because that's a stance that I use.
Alright. Okay. Despite them being slightly tapped, they will provide one last bit of healing to reinvigorate yourselves. Those that have taken damage. And then you shall march through the hallways, deeper into the darkness. And further down below as the entire air starts thrumming even more with energy, almost like a heartbeat of this colossal amount of energy flowing in. And one quick question: do you want to do or say anything, speak anything about amongst yourselves as we are basically running towards your destination, the final objective, final mission that the guild gave you?
Whatever happened to Cora?
What was that?
Whatever happened to
And,
Corin? The Azrak's just gonna look at him and be like, it's been like 2 days since we saw him.
I mean, he is your brother, correct?
Yes.
Aren't you worried about him?
I'm sure he's fine doing what he must where he must.
Well, hopefully he'll be of good use, but
Like the others, if he were to permanently perish, we undo what we signed up for.
and I was hoping for. And all I came here to do was to help start a colony. Now we got to do fight God knows how many dragons, undead, giants.
Death in the line of duty is honorable.
But yes, we found so much glory, and now we gotta redeem ourselves after failing to find the glory.
Permanent
Who knows
death
where the
even
world
more
takes
so.
you? That's what my master used to say.
All this talk of death, it sounds like you've almost given up. I have no plan on dying.
It is simply a potential reality.
Of that I'm aware, but there's little point in discussing death. Just do your best and we'll get through this.
Hopefully. Well, if we make it out of this, next round of drinks are on me. So go ahead and destroy your livers however you wish.
With our blessing, we could simply fill a pool with alcohol and simply stay at the bottom.
Oh my fucking god! The mental image of just drinking so much you destroy your liver, only to come back.
Is anyone here immune to poison?
There you go. That's what I was
Well,
thinking as soon as you
let's
said
say-
that.
Well, the fact that we don't need to breathe means we can just like fill a pool with beer. Yeah, basically just.
As soon as you said that, I thought of the sea from Beerfest.
Oh no.
We're about to find out if the resurrection stuff can in fact cure liver failure.
I mean, yes, it can.
Yes, indeed.
It works on a. Oh, it technically doesn't work on old age, but that's because we stop aging. So if something were to still somehow kill us with old age, I do think we'd still actually come back to life from that. Just because it says, "Oh, you died. You're fine."
Rip. So yeah.
It's a big boy.
Actually, I did put the freaking dynamic lightning and forgot to use it. Activate it. Fuck me. And I need to copy your
No, thank you.
tokens.
I am fine with you activating dynamic lighting. Because that would mean I'd have to turn it off again.
Back in a minute.
Now, why would you do that, Zach?
So that my computer doesn't die as I try to run Roll20.
Oh god,
I mean-
roll 20.
Sorry. But yeah, I was gonna here. So yeah, normally you would see when entering this cave as a sort of dead end. Kinda impossible to miss, even if you are rolling complete shit on survival, as the flow of energy, the pressure in the air itself that is increasing with every step was that giveaway where you had to go. And while we enter, at first you see a humongous tree, essentially, but knowing what you know, the moment you begin to step forth, the tree will change shape, and the creature itself, well, perhaps someday in the past it wasn't evil, but there's definitely a sense of twisted corruption to it. And you don't see any arcane device per se, and you get a sense that the creature itself is some sort of key. So you will have to deal with it either way.
Aha.
Oh,
Oh.
It's a big boy.
It's a bit cool.
Yes, it is.
Alright. Then we go. Is it initiative time?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Gonna chug a potion or two. Gonna activate the item I've had this entire game that does nothing here, but I want to activate it at least once.
Yeah, before getting the fight, Nero's just going to haste himself up as well.
His Chirk is going to activate his ring of invisibility.
You get that in large person? Actually, hell. I'm gonna need something bigger.
You're gonna need
Always
something
a bigger
bigger.
alright.
Did we get that bigger spell for me, or
What
Uh,
was
are we just sticking
the...
with a large person?
I don't think we found one.
Alright, let's see. Give me a second here.
It's where
I mean, I'm gonna say like Eternos would probably, with Ulfgar, they would probably be able to quickly come up with something so you'd get that buff at the start of
Yep.
combat here. And yeah, essentially as a part of like, you know, a cinematic boss fight start, the corridor behind you when the Twisted Guardian activates is filled with thorns, vines, essentially the arena is closed off.
Alright, if we're getting ready to do it, we'll have Agrak get big, Zixis get small.
And either
But-
we... Could we get a 7th level or an 8th level spell?
Sorry, what?
Because for me to get to big enough to grapple that thing, I'd have to be huge.
Okay, which requires...
Giant Form 2, which is 8th level, or Elemental Body 4, which is 7th level.
Alright, I'm gonna say Eternos will be able to grant you elemental form, the one that you need.
Alright. I'll go as a Earth Elemental. So I turn into a giant rock monster.
Alright, then I'll give you heroism, Zach. And
Ironic.
What's heroism give again?
+2 to attack rolls, saves, and give me a second. Attack rolls, saves, and skill checks. Alright.
I probably won't need.
And I am going to use. Let's see. Yeah. Oops. Let's see.
By... CMD is fucking insane.
Alright. And I'm gonna put bark skins, cat grace, and fox cunning on myself. And I'm gonna do delayed consumption for. Wait a minute, I think it's 1 turn. Double check. Time. Okay, yep.
By half. Reduce resistance save bonuses by 10. Reduce. Apart from reducing AC, CMD, CMB resistance saves, any other like ideas for how you would wish your enemy to be, what choices you would have, because sadly the ritual was not going well, so you do not get all the options and you will be having to pick 2 from the list. Actually, I will reduce
How's that for an initiative?
Jesus.
nice. Reduce by 10. Yeah. Reduce attack bonus
yes.
by 10.
Just before we start, do you guys want speed to hit, or true seeing, or damage reduction?
I would take 2 hits, please.
I would also go with 2 hits as well.
Well, I guess
Alright.
the consensus is to hit then.
Well, since I chugged a potion of wisdom, success Cherok, Nero and Astrak gain plus. What is it at this level? Let's check. 1/4 plus 3 to hit.
How long?
4 rounds, but I'll be applying it, so most likely until the end of the fight.
Sure. I'll quickly just mark that down on my thing. Oh.
Yeah.
I will go into my fancy stance.
Yeah.
Still grappler stance.
Yeah, and I'm using delayed consumption with greater invisibility. Just in case shit hits the fan and I can go poof.
That's right. How much did you say it was? +3.
Hedging your bets.
+3 you said, right? Julius?
Yes, plus 3.
Okay, cool.
Technically, also ignore what's it called? Energy resistance. So, energy resistance You reduce any energy resistance by 12, so it has energy resistance 3 against acid. So yeah. But I don't think it matters for the fire damage, so that's all it gives for you guys. Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's a thing. Disable all energy resistances and immunities. Yeah, I think that's a solid list. Show to players.
Ooh, I like that CMD by half.
I'm kind of liking the reduce AC and reduce CMD by half.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and since we probably only have one, I'm taking targeted bomb admixture.
Disable spell resistance. Not sure if anyone uses, but throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Does
Alright,
affect
boys, we pick up
some
disable
things,
spell
but-
resistance and disable all energy resistances. That gives me an extra damage to re-damage a turn.
Matt, remember how you said we could rebuild characters? I'm actually a wizard now.
Yes, Abstract pulls out a blue wizard hat with stars on it, and he goes, "All right, boys, I'm gonna show you my new tricks."
I put on my wizard hat and robes.
And actually,
Turns
out-
I forgot.
Turns out we're all packing that and just we all pack disintegrate.
Yes, everyone in this party suddenly pulls out a wizard hat, points their staffs towards the final boss, and just.